I'm Jenny Yu with Metal Coffee Shop today, and I'm here with Randy Chaffee of Source One Marketing. How's it
Hi,
going,
Jenny.
Randy?
That's going great. How are you? Good to see you again.
Pretty. Yes. Well, our January 2026 influencer question is on safety and workforce culture. So our question is, what do you think contractors should know about building a culture of safety rooted in identity and personal ownership?
That's a great one because yeah, I think, and I'm happy to see that so many associations, and I'm involved with several, that we're putting a lot of emphasis from the associations level on safety. Uh, it's sometimes gets forgotten, and especially in the more rural markets of the country, where maybe the likelihood of getting caught uh, is less. But the culture we need to build is based on something I just said, which is building a safety program is a culture, and it shouldn't be based on, well, we better do it because we're building closer to a city and we might get caught. Dumb reason, in my opinion. The reason should be we don't want our people hurt, right? Number one, we don't want Billy to lose his job and to be in the hospital for the rest of his life with his family and 12, well, it could be 12 kids, I suppose, but at home, right? We don't want that. So it should be done for the right reason. But you have to build, and that culture word comes back up a lot. You have to build that in because you can have a safety manager, you can have a captain, you can have whatever, you can have all these policies and manuals and go out in the warehouse and do all this training and all that stuff, which you should. But if you don't have a buy-in from everybody, they have to do it because they understand the value and what can happen to me and my family if I don't do this. And that's more important than because, and I know some people are going to say, Randy, yeah, but you know what? I'm the boss. And if I say this is what you're going to do, fair enough. You are the boss, and they should do it because you tell them. But those get skipped if you're not around sometimes, right? Those get missed. Where they don't get missed is when the people understand there's some very serious stuff happens when you're on a 30-foot roof and you fall off, right? Or you don't handle the forklift right, or you on and on and on and on, right? So I think you have to develop that identity of I am part of this together. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to see my buddy that we go have brewskis and beers with on Friday night after work get hurt, right? I know his wife and kids. I don't want him to have that happen. I don't want to show up and tell him, hey, I guess what, Billy, like got hurt pretty bad today. We don't want that. So we build that culture that um, we identify what we need to do. There's a reason for doing it, not just me as the boss saying you're going to do it. It's me as the boss caring about you, your family, and what we do here. And I think if we develop that, and part of it is the proper training, the continue updating on what we're doing, why we're doing it, the new features. And I think you can identify. I think it's important to identify wins. We don't want any losses. Losses in safety are always costly, either to personnel, personally to yourself as from a health aspect, and they're costly to the business from a standpoint with insurance. And even if you did everything right, their insurance premiums go up. There's a physical or there's a physical cost and a financial cost to have things go haywire when it comes to safety. And I think we can't take that risk at all. So we have to identify, we have to build a culture. And Jenny, I think we need to have every person on the team from the supervisor, superintendent, owners on down to the newest guy that's running that little magnetic nail picker upper thing, right? That's a pretty technical term, right? That they've got to do things the right way, and there's a reason to do it. And there's never you can skimp. I took 5 minutes longer for lunch. You can't skip on safety ever, 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 ever. And I think, yeah, and I think the last thing I'll say on that is people like contests. This shouldn't be a contest, but recognize. I think recognizing, we've had 6 months with no issues at all. We've had a year with no issues at all. We've had 3 years with no issues at all. Um, this guy here gets an Applebee's card because he spotted something on the job site that was a mistake or a problem that could have hurt somebody. He brought it to our attention. He stopped the crews immediately. Those kind of things. That's the identity part. We're part of the team here together to make this happen. And I think if we do that, you develop the culture. Final words. Once you have a culture it kind of all takes care of itself with the proper documentation and stuff always, right? But you don't have to be out there hammering on somebody every single day if you've got everybody playing on the same team, playing from the same playbook.
Amazing. Thank you so
No,
much. That's an
absolutely.
awesome.
I'm a big believer in the safety thing, and we all had somebody in our life that's got hurt
Yeah.
somehow on a job. Almost nobody doesn't know somebody. It might not be in the construction world even,
Hmm.
right? But and it's life altering at times, and
Definitely.
we don't want that. When we can control it, accidents, call an accident, can
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
But boy, it should never happen because we didn't do all the things we just talked about, right?
Exactly. Thank you
Beautiful.
so much.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to see you.
All right, you too. Take
All
care.
right. Cheers.